Good morning. It's Monday. I wanted to talk to you today about the Monday Nugget. Today's Monday Nugget is going to be about fertigation. It's a very, very important part of what we do. I'm standing in an envy block right now. This will be the third leaf for this envy block, and as you can see, we're really beginning to fill the space here. There's one wire, two wires, three wires, four wires. We've got our limbs ready to lay down on those wires. We'll talk about training here in another video. But you can see that we have the string on this, and the name of the game here is to get that tree to the very top wire. There's our leader there. We want to get that leader on that little rope right there and get this thing up on the top wire. That's the name of the game, and we want to have this thing back into production as fast as we possibly can. So the name of the game is going to be fertigation. If you look right over here, you're going to see that we're setting this up for a fertigation tank right here. There's our little ports that go in here, right? That's where the fertigation port will go in. This is a tank that would have fertilizer in it. The first thing you want to do when you fertigate is you want to make sure and pull a soil sample so that you know what you're putting back into the soil, you know what you're looking for. My first few applications on fertigation, I always like to do the mix. In other words, what does the soil need? Try to get that in the ground first, and after 2 or 3 weeks of doing that, you want to switch over to N. The name of the game on this is a missed application is a missed opportunity. So I like to do fertigation maybe twice a week, and you want to have 8 to 10 pounds of N in those mixes. Just keep watching the leaves. Just watch the edge of the leaves. You want to watch those fringes right there. And if you're putting on too much N, you'll begin to see those fringes of those leaves get a little bit of burn on them. If you get a little bit of burn on them, you know you pushed it a little bit too much. You want to back off the N a little bit. But the way I usually do that is I'll figure out at 8 to 10 pounds of N, how many gallons is it going to take to do this 10-acre block? And then I'll go ahead and mark that on this tank right here. This is my fertigation tank. So I'll figure, let's say I'm going to do 100 gallons. I'll mark 100 gallons on that tank. And the key to fertigation is you always want to charge the system. So make sure that you run the water for an hour before, and then once you've got your fertilizer on, you want to run it for an hour after. That's to make sure that you're not overloading the system with fertilizer and you're getting it equally displaced out into the field. So you want to do that and pump the fertilizer out in a normal irrigation set. In other words, if you can do that over the course of a 6 or 7 or an 8-hour set of water, that's the best way to do that. Remember, an hour before and an hour after, you want to go on with just straight water so that you're not overloading the system or leaving vast amounts of fertilizer sitting out there in the line at the end of a fertigation system. You want to make sure you have a check valve. Make sure that where it goes in here, you have a check valve so you don't end up back flushing fertilizer into your good water system. You want to make sure that that's not getting back into the main line. So have a check valve 2 times a week. Charge the system before and after. And we never do fertilizer after summer solstice here in the Pacific Northwest. If we do fertilizer after, let's say, July 15th, we'll end up having a lot of winter damage, and we don't want winter damage. So we have an opportunity between now and the middle of July to fertilize these things a couple of times a week. And again, the name of the game is to get that tree to the top wire. And a missed application this time of year is a missed opportunity. So get that fertigation going. It's a very, very important part of what we do in filling space, getting these trees to the top wire so we can be in production. I'm Rob the Tree Fruit Guy. That's my golden nugget.